What's up everyone, I am the Kaiju Nokami and this is my Quickie review for Spider-Man No Way Home. This video is brought to you by the Kaiju Nokami store, creativity by design llc.com/shop. You can buy all kinds of cool Kaiju Nokami merchandise. We've got t-shirts, notebooks, pens, water bottles, and a poster. Check it out, and thank you for your business. Now back to the review. I don't really know how to talk about Spider-Man No Way Home without some slight minor spoilers, so I'm going to split this into two parts essentially. This one I'm just going to give a brief overview of my score, and then I'll go into some more details because I don't want to cover content, even though it was covered in the trailer, that people may be like, oh my god, that's a giant spoiler, because we all have different levels of how we determine what a spoiler is. So first, Spider-Man No Way Home completes the Spider-Man Home trilogy that Sony has done as a part of the MCU, and what a grandiose conclusion it was. I thought the Captain America trilogy was the best superhero trilogy, but goddamn, I have to give it to Spider-Man. Now, The Winter Soldier is still my favorite MCU film overall, but holy Christ, No Way Home, especially after thinking about it for the last week, is my favorite Spider-Man movie to date, and my second favorite MCU movie to date. It is that damn good, and in fact, as of right now, all three Spider-Man movies make my top 10 list. I know some people are like, oh, I don't like this Iron Boy Jr. movie. Yes, those elements were in there, but it was about Peter Parker growing up, going through high school, having to learn everything, and that's exactly what this entire trilogy did. Everything that people think of when they think of Spider-Man, they're thinking of Peter Parker's college years. This was him going through high school. And now that we've gotten through high school, I can't wait to see what they do with the next movie trilogy with the college years, because that's where we're headed. And everyone should be happy because they're going to get what they have been wanting for a long time out of the MCU Spider-Man. I am so excited to see what they do with it. This is hands down the ultimate Spider-Man experience. Every character gets a moment to shine. The action scenes are really well done and well shot. Yes, there's still a little bit too much CGI, but that's just par for the course at this point. The soundtrack is pretty good, even though nothing has ever topped Sam Raimi's Spider-Man score for me. The villains are well done, and the entire story is just one emotional roller coaster ride after another. If you think the only reason somebody's liking this movie is for a certain someone showing up, you are doing the movie a complete disservice. Overall, I am giving Spider-Man No Way Home a solid, amazing 10 out of 10. This movie is absolutely spectacular. Now with that said, this is the part of the review you'll want to leave, because I'm going to get a little bit more detailed in my critique. Not enough to where it's really going to be full-on spoilers, but maybe some small ones here or there. If you've seen the trailer, you know the villains from the previous Spider-Man movies show up. Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Sandman, Lizard, and Electro. And yes, they are here, and I have to say, they were all done justice. Every single one of them got a true moment to shine. They also redeemed the Jamie Foxx Electro by having him actually be awesome. And I love the way they went about it. He comes into this world and it's like, I feel new energy, and he rebuilds himself in the image he saw himself. Not what we saw with the Riddler wannabe in Amazing Spider-Man 2. So all the villains are there because Peter Parker goes up to Doctor Strange and is like, yeah, everyone knowing that I'm Spider-Man is kind of ruining my life, so is there a spell we could do to make everyone forget about that? And things go awry because Peter keeps changing the spell, and it ends up bringing villains from other universes together. And then Peter goes on this journey trying to redeem these villains because they were each pulled out from the exact moment in time just before their death, which was kind of interesting here. Dr. Octopus goes, Norman, you're dead. And Sandman goes, well, you're dead and you're dead. So what's going on here? Once again, as I said, every character has a great moment to shine. There was not a single scene of this movie wasted. Every scene had some purpose to it. And then, as I said, the action scenes here were just phenomenal all around. There's a fight sequence between Doctor Strange and Spider-Man that is really damn cool. Visually, it is just as stunning as the fight Spider-Man had with Mysterio. I still think the Mysterio fight is the best live-action Spider-Man fight sequence period, because it was against one of his villains, but this one was really wicked too. J.K. Simmons continues to just kill his role as Jameson, although this Jameson is a little bit more extreme than others. I liked it. He's spot on with what Jameson most likely would be like in the modern day, but there are a couple times I was like, damn dude, wow, that's like, damn. No. But it makes total sense for Jameson to think that way because that's what he is. He's a media Mongol. He likes to ruin the lives of people he feels inferior towards, and he clearly feels inferior towards Spider-Man. Now, my biggest criticism with the movie is there's a scene towards the end where Sandman is in human form because he's CGI pretty much the entire movie, and then when we get this scene of him in human form, they just basically took the exact same scene from Spider-Man 3 and put a new background in it, and it was just kind of weird looking. It was like, oh, so could they not get Church back to actually do Sandman in this inhuman form? Because that's kind of weird, and I guess they did the same thing with Lizard. However, I haven't watched the Amazing movies since the second one hit theaters, and I saw that in theaters. I didn't recognize the Lizard scene as easily as I did with the Sandman scene, which I've watched the Tobey Maguire movies earlier this year when I picked them up in 4K. That's why it stuck out to me instantaneously. It does feel kind of cheap that Church, and I can't remember the actor who played Lizard, didn't come back to be human-formed versions of them. They only did voiceovers. There are also some really cool cameos that occur in this movie I won't go into. Experience them for yourself. Overall, I had a great time. As I said, this movie's a 10 out of 10 for me. It's probably my second favorite movie of the year. And once again, Tom Holland proves why he is the superior Spider-Man. Have you seen Spider-Man No Way Home? If so, what did you think of it? If not, let me know why. Are you not a fan of this? Do you think this movie rectifies your Iron Man Jr. problem? Let me know in the comments. Click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support me. You can support me on Patreon at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, Kaiju no Kami, my website, creativitybydesignllc.com. There's also merchandise that you can buy. Until next time, bye.